Hey, Sam! I put the papers you need to complete on your desk.
What? Alan?
The data you need is in the USB I put on your desk with the papers, so continue the work. It's on a big deal we're making with A Corporations.
But I was going to go straight home after work today.
Huh?
I'm going to go straight home after I have a meeting with some of our clients. That's what's written on the schedule board of our department, right? Didn't you read it?
What? Really? It said that on the schedule board?
Besides, the papers regarding the deal we're making with A Corporations is your work, isn't it, Alan? Based on the date, you should already be halfway done with the project. Which means that I can't just pick up where you left off without any prior knowledge.
Then don't go home and stay at the office.
Huh?
As the son of the senior managing director, I'm giving you work to do. Which means that taking care of these papers is now your job.
Who you are doesn't matter when it comes to your job. Besides, you shouldn't be taking advantage of your connections like that in the first place.
Shut up and just do the work, will you?
Just because Alice, who you always used to push your work on, has been hospitalized because of an accident, and I'm the only person that entered this company at the same time as him, doesn't mean that you can just push your work on me like you did to him. Don't think you can take advantage of me, please. The meeting with our clients is about to begin, so excuse me.
Hey, Sam! Come back here!
Good afternoon, Sam. Sorry for having to leave work so suddenly because I was hospitalized.
Good evening, Alice. I heard that you were injured. Is it okay for you to be texting like this?
Yes, I was. But it's my feet that were injured and my hands are fine. So it isn't a problem if I'm texting like this.
I see.
If everything heals as it should, then I should be able to leave the hospital in 1 month.
I see. 1 month. I was thinking about visiting you in the hospital on my way home from work tomorrow. Is that alright with you?
Yes, I would be glad to see you. On the other hand, though...
What? Is there something wrong?
Is Alan doing anything to you?
What do you mean, doing anything to me?
You know, pushing all of his work on you and stuff?
Oh, so that's what you're talking about. He tried to push his work on a deal with A Corporations on me just yesterday. But it was right before a meeting with some clients of ours. I was planning on going home right after the meeting was over, so I just ignored him and left.
You what? I would have never been able to do that. Good for you, Sam.
Alan would always push his work on A Corporations on you, right, Alice?
What? You knew about that?
To be honest, I thought such complicated matters like the deal with A Corporations were beyond the capabilities of a man like Alan. But still, he seemed to be getting the work done day after day. Which must mean that he's using his connections as the son of the senior director manager to make someone else to do the work, and make it as if he's the one who did it. That's what I guessed. I then began to examine Alan's actions more carefully, which is when I noticed that you were the one he was taking advantage of, Alice. Is what I'm saying wrong?
No, it's exactly as you described it. Alan's the son of the senior director manager, right? As you know, I too got into this company partly thanks to a few connections of my own.
Oh, that's right. Your aunt was the head of the Osaka department of the company, right?
Yup.
So you're worried that if you rebel against Alan, it'll have bad effects on your aunt as well.
Yup, it's basically that. Alan is threatening something along those lines, too. I can't ask my aunt or the senior director manager about it as well, for fear as to what might happen.
I see. So he's taking advantage of the fact that his father outranks your aunt in this company.
It looks like I've already bothered you by being hospitalized like this. I truly am sorry.
I'm fine. I don't have any sort of connections in this company that I could use as a shield anyways.
Well, I guess so. But isn't that a weakness in and of itself? Well, it probably still means that I'll be causing you trouble until I can get back into the office.
Oh, I see. You can't see the report that was sent to the company chat today because you're currently hospitalized. Right, Alice?
What? Did something happen?
Oh, it's almost time for the lights in the hospital to be turned off, right?
Oh, you're right. I didn't notice.
I'll explain it to you in detail tomorrow when I visit you.
Alright, I got it.
Take care of yourself then. Good night.
Thanks. Good night. Thanks for coming to visit me today, Sam.
It was nothing. On the contrary, I'm sorry to have bothered you.
But still, I was so surprised. One more week, huh?
Sorry to have surprised you. This involves the interests of our clients as well, so I had to ask the department leader to keep quiet for as long as possible.
So that's what was happening.
Well then, I'll visit you again soon.
Got it, thanks.
Hey, Sam. Today for sure I'm going to make you take care of the papers involving the deal with A corporations.
You're pushing your work on me again?
I'm not pushing my work on you. You're involved in this deal with A corporations as well, right?
The work I'm in charge of involves a different deal with A corporations. Besides, someone else took my place yesterday, so I'm no longer in charge of it.
So that means you have less work to do and have all the time in the world.
No, I actually don't.
But these papers are due tomorrow. If you don't take care of these papers by tomorrow, then the company's going to receive a serious blow. You know? Take responsibility and do it all for me, will you?
If that's the case, I'll just do all the work I'm in charge of.
Huh?
I told you, the other project involving A corporations I was in charge of was taken on by someone else, right? I got questions from the person who was newly put in charge. So once I answer these questions, the work I have to do involving this matter will be done.
Sam, are you sure you want to say these things to me? My father is a senior director manager of this company. You know? You know what I'm trying to say, right?
I'm leaving this company today.
Yep, that's right. You don't want to have to leave this company after being fired, right?
Thanks for everything up until now. Excuse me then.
If you want to continue working in this company, then hurry up and do the work and submit it by tomorrow. I'm going to put a USB with the necessary information on your desk. All right? Hey, Sam! Hey! Why did you just... The papers I told you to take care of yesterday! When I came for work today, the papers were in the same state as they were yesterday, when I left them on your desk.
Good morning, Alan. You're already at the office? You're quite early.
These papers were due today. What are you going to do about this? Come to the office right now and do your job.
Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was quitting the company?
Huh?
Even before that, wasn't there a message on the company chat saying that I would be quitting yesterday?
What? The company chat?
Don't tell me you didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I see. Doesn't the company tell employees to check the company chat at least once a day?
Who cares about that right now? What are you going to do about these papers? There's no way I can finish these by the deadline.
It's no use asking me for advice. I no longer work at that company. Shouldn't you tell your superiors about the situation first and ask them what to do? The data you have to organize should already be partly complete since you made Alice do it, right? You'll just have to ask one of the other employees with the skills to complete it to do the job.
That's not going to work.
What?
If I save data from the cloud, from Alice's computer, then everyone will find out that I'm not the one who did it. Which is why we shared data using USB sticks. But, as I was panicking earlier, I dropped one of the USB sticks and stepped on it. And now it's in pieces.
Oh. The fact that you're panicking over that must mean that you didn't save the latest version to the cloud or something. Am I right?
The version saved to the cloud was made 1 month ago. I was too lazy to update it. The newest version I saved to the USB stick.
The one you stepped on.
Shit.
What a mess you've made.
Do something about it, please. Didn't I tell you to take care of this yesterday? This means that it was your responsibility.
I already told you. I quit yesterday. So there's no use making me do the work anymore.
You're lying. You said you'd do what I said because you don't want to lose your job.
Why don't you go over the conversation we had yesterday one more time?
Why?
When I said I'm going to quit today, you seem to have misunderstood me, which means that the conversation we had after that was nonsense.
Huh? Seriously, Alice isn't here either, so what am I supposed to do about this?
I already told you. Tell your superiors about the situation and ask them what to do.
But if I do that, it'll look like I made a mistake.
But you did make a mistake, right?
Give me your email address.
What?
I'll give you the data I saved to the cloud 1 month ago. So take care of it before the deadline.
That's impossible.
You'll do it even if it's impossible.
No, I won't.
Did you forget that my father is a senior director manager of this company?
Do you still not understand that that threat has zero effect on me now that I don't work there anymore?
Huh? Oh, that's right. I know. I'll bring a laptop to Alice's hospital room and make her do the work.
If you attempt anything like that, I'll do everything I can to stop you.
What? Why would you do such a thing?
Because Alice is my girlfriend.
What? Your girlfriend? Since when?
We only started going out 3 days ago, but I'll protect her no matter what.
Wait, if you think about this carefully, that makes no sense. Going out with a man who quit his job and is currently unemployed? No way that's true. Even Alice isn't that dumb, I think. At least try to come up with a better lie if you're going to lie.
I'm not unemployed. I've already decided where I'm going to be working next.
I see. It's probably no company of importance.
It's A Corporations.
What?
Can I go now?
Wait, hold on. You changed jobs to A Corporations? Which means that everyone will find out about me, accidentally destroying the data that was supposed to be turned in today? Quit your job there right now. Come back to this company and make it as if you made a mistake.
I didn't intend on saying this, but the next CEO of A Corporations is a friend of mine.
Huh?
I changed jobs because my friend recognized my skill in making schedules. So he wants to make me his secretary when he becomes the CEO.
What?
You wouldn't listen to me, so I decided to tell you. Do you understand now that you've made a huge mistake and you won't be able to get out of it?
What? No way. This can't be true. No way. Seriously?
Goodbye. That being the case, the fact that the data that was supposed to be turned in that day was destroyed became known to everyone involved. As soon as everyone was about to give up, Alice saved the day by revealing that she had been saving the data to the cloud regularly. They were able to restart with the most recent data she had saved a week earlier. They were able to turn it in 2 days after the original deadline. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief, which is how Alan probably wanted the story to end. Unfortunately for him, though, his father was accused of being partly responsible for this incident. And as punishment, he was demoted from his position as senior director manager. Alan himself, of course, was fired. The relationship between the father and son ended there. And Alan, who had been living in his parents' house until then, was thrown out. He found a job at a factory that came with a housing in a nearby town. But one of his colleagues was injured because of him, and he was fired again. After that, there have been eyewitnesses saying that they saw him sleeping at a park. But where he is and what he's currently doing exactly is unknown.
Good morning, Mark. Hey, that day has finally come. Our wedding is tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh, hey, Beth. Yeah, finally, huh? So, how are things at home? You folks doing okay? It's been a while since you've been back.
Yeah, my folks are all excited. Mom's cooking me up my favorite food. It'll be nice.
That sounds great.
We already submitted the marriage certificate. So, although we're officially married, it's still nice to have a real wedding. Makes it legitimate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. All the preparations are set, and all we have to do is wait, and you'll be walking down the aisle in no time.
You're making me nervous already. Well, I better get to bed. Got a long day tomorrow. Let's meet at the wedding hall tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be there.
Let's see. This is Randy, a friend of Mark's. I'm sure you heard from Mark that I made all the arrangements for the wedding. That little surprise he talked to you about? I'll set that in motion right when you say your vows. Just so you know, this little show is gonna wow everyone there. My idea, by the way. Actually, I'm a bundle of nerves. Hope it goes without a hitch. Okay, see you later. No response from you about that last message I sent you earlier. Oh well, suppose you're just busy getting ready. You know all about how this is gonna go down. I mean, Mark went over it countless times. Okay, here I go. Let's get the show on the road. Okay, that's that. Mission accomplished. Boy, you really did a great acting job there, Beth. Her surprise, Oscar material for sure. Man, I ran in there, stopped the whole proceeding, swept you off your feet to my car waiting outside, and we took off. The performance you put on was so real, yelling and screaming at me to stop. It was totally awesome. To be honest, I actually thought it was all real for a second. But did you really have to keep up the performance in the car? I suppose you really got into character, and I understand that it's probably hard to set your mind straight again. You went so far that you ended up ripping your wedding dress. Just so you know, that was not my fault. You just overdid it with your acting. I don't want you charging me for damaging the dress or anything later on. And costs like that, I mean, I suggest you ask Mark about that. Okay, now that the plan is over, I'm gonna go into hiding until things cool down. See you later, and good luck with the rest.
Well, that prank was a piece of cake. Great planning by yours truly. Bet you were super surprised. So how'd it go? You should have seen everyone's faces. You heard about our little prank from Randy, right? It's not every day you see that kind of elaborate prank. Awesome, wasn't it? I already explained everything on my end, so it's safe to come back. Alrighty then. I better get going. Hey Beth, you there? You even see my text? I know that prank probably really got you, but relax and come on back. All is safe now. If you don't come back in time, all the scheduling for the wedding is gonna get all screwed up. Oh, I get it. That prank was a bit too much for you. You pissed off at me or something? Is that why you're not responding to my messages? Is that it? Or is this like your reverse playing a prank on me? Is that it? Come on, Beth. Women dream of such situations. It's like that famous movie. All women want to be in this kind of position at least once in their lives. This is a surprise that me and my friend Randy played on you. Something you'll remember for the rest of your life. Oh, come on, you should be overjoyed that it played out so smoothly. Look, I'm serious. Please get back here ASAP. Where the hell are you? Stop being so stubborn. You know what you just did? You didn't get here, so we had no choice but to cancel the wedding. How could you do this? I'm not going to pay a cent for the cost. You know that, right? The bill's going to you. I told all the guests that you suddenly had a change of heart and took off with Randy. That the whole thing was actually real. That's true anyway, right? I mean, I can't even get a hold of Randy for God's sake. You're still with him, aren't you? You know what, Beth? I really didn't think you're that kind of woman. I had you pegged all wrong. I was completely snookered by you. How could you do this to me? The only thing left is divorce. Yeah, that's right, divorce. You're gonna pay for this too. I mean, literally.
Mark?
Finally, I was wondering when you were gonna respond. Where the hell you been? How could you run off with Randy like that? It's supposed to be a friggin' prank, for God's sake. So how does it feel to calm me like that? I was such an idiot, I thought I was the one playing the prank.
Did Dad contact you?
Huh? Dad? What are you talking about?
I'm at the hospital now.
Pardon me? At the hospital? Why?
I was kidnapped from that wedding by that guy, Randy. He took me to some place and threw me into this dark room. He unlocked the door, and I wasn't able to get out.
All you had to do was send me a message on your phone. Did you even think about that?
My phone is at the wedding hall. I can't very well carry it while I said my vows.
Excuse me? At the wedding hall?
I was finally able to get it back like 5 minutes ago. As a result, I wasn't able to see the messages that you and Randy sent to me. I never saw those messages. I had the fingerprint lock on it, so I wasn't able to get someone to check the messages either. And there seems to have been a total lack of communication between you and Randy. I'm sure you can comprehend the current situation, right?
The current situation? Well, what do you mean?
I'm saying all this time I wasn't able to get help from anybody. I was completely helpless.
You serious? But I was only trying to...
I later learned that I was locked up in a warehouse. It just so happened that a security guard was making his rounds and happened to find me passed out on the floor. I was taken to the hospital by ambulance. All I had were some scratches and bruises, but I did hit my head in that dark room. So I'll be staying overnight here just in case.
Which hospital are you staying at?
Do you really think I'm going to tell you?
Of course I want you to tell me. What are you talking about? I'm your husband, for God's sake. I'm concerned for the well-being of my wife. We also have to talk about the wedding. We have to reschedule it, right? We have to explain the whole situation to everyone. Clear any misconceptions.
Wait. You're not seriously thinking about rescheduling the wedding, are you?
Of course I am. This time we'll do it right. No more silly pranks. I do it all different. I'll think it's some kind of surprise that you really appreciate. Of course, any surprise will be totally risk-free. I give you my word. I'll think this through, I swear.
No thanks. I've had enough. I want a divorce.
Oh, you're not serious. Come on, Beth, it was just a joke. Hey, Beth, I know you're seeing this. Pick up. Why the hell did you hire a lawyer? I went to my dad's place after the conversation with you, and he told me to never come back home again. And then today, a lawyer you hired came to my place. What the heck is going on here, Beth? He's demanding that I pay damages to you, and that I have to pay for the entire wedding. Seriously? What the hell is this, Beth? We're married. I'm married like a month. You can't do this. And you went ahead and canceled our honeymoon too? What's gotten into you, Beth? You were looking forward to that trip. What's going on in that head of yours?
What's going on? I want to ask you the same thing, Mark. Well, what's going on in my head right now is that, well, put it simply, divorce.
Wait, what?
Do you even realize the sheer terror I went through with your demented prank? I get the feeling you have not an inkling of care for what you did, or what emotional distress you caused me.
Come on, Beth, it was a wedding prank. A surprise, and a pretty cool one at that. All I did was think up the most elaborate prank I could play on you. Something that you remember for the rest of your life. I know maybe it was a little wild, but I bet you won't forget it anytime soon. Am I right?
You call that prank a little wild? Your little wild prank ruined the entire wedding! Not to mention our marriage!
That's because you didn't come back right away.
Did you not hear the part where I said I was locked in a warehouse? Are you really that daft, Mark? Oh yeah, didn't I also say I had no way of communicating? On top of that, you canceled the wedding and said that I actually did run off with Randy. You make me out to be a total tramp. I'm also thinking of suing you for defamation.
Oh, hold it a second. Wait, what?
I want a divorce now. Not tomorrow or next week. Now! I don't want anything to do with you. Just being around you is trauma for me. Am I getting through to you, Mark? Please. I don't ever want to see you again.
But I was only trying to make the wedding something unforgettable, something we could talk about for years to come. Hey, Beth, what the hell's going on? I just learned that both me and Randy, we just got fired from our jobs. Is this all you're doing?
Please, Mark, not again.
What do you mean, not again? This is serious business. This is our livelihood you're talking about. How are we supposed to pay you for damages and the cost of the wedding if we don't have jobs? You tell me, Beth. Lose my job and all payment stops. You're just making it worse for you.
I'm sure you already heard where I was locked up after Randy kidnapped me from the wedding.
Pardon me?
That warehouse is owned by your company. The company that you and Randy work at. You use the company warehouse for your treacherous little prank. Do you really think that the company would simply look the other way? Do you guys really think you guys can keep your jobs after dragging the company into this, frankly, dangerous prank?
But we were on...
Anyways, you're barking up the wrong tree. I had nothing to do with you guys getting fired. The company made the decision all on their own.
Then maybe you can talk to them, you know? Get them to forget the whole thing, that you aren't gonna press charges or anything. That we didn't mean any harm.
Are you really asking me to help you?
Yeah, it's the least you could do for your husband.
Our divorce has already gone through. So I really don't know what you're talking about.
Hold it. What did you just say?
I was just getting to that. My lawyer submitted the divorce papers with your signature on it. So it's done. We already submitted all the papers at City Hall. It's all over. Kaput.
You already submitted them.
Yeah, that's right. Sooner the better, right? About the damages I was demanding, your folks paid the entire amount today. They said you'll be paying them back for it. Same with Randy. I just checked my bank account. He deposited the entire amount I was demanding. I got all I was asking for. Why stay married, right?
But so soon? Couldn't you have waited? I mean, we loved each other all these years. How could you just drop it like that? It just seems so unexpected.
You brought this all on yourself with that stupid prank. I thought you had more common sense, Mark. And please, did we really love each other like you said?
Beth, come on, let's give this one more chance. What do you say? I'll think of a real interesting surprise for you this time. The safe kind, I swear.
Are you still talking about surprises? What's this weird obsession with surprises, Mark? It's kind of creepy, to be honest.
But the reason why you went through with the divorce is because you didn't appreciate my prank, right?
Pardon me?
So, please give me another chance.
I don't understand you, Mark. Your goofy thought process really bewilders me.
Beth, please.
Goodbye forever, Mark. That guy. He couldn't figure out what he did wrong to the very end. I keep asking myself why I even fell for this guy. And however short, marrying that idiot. Considering the way that guy thinks, I was worried he would come barging into our house, demanding to talk to me. So, my parents and I decided to move to a neighboring town, some distance away from Mark. And what do you know? Just as I had foreseen, Randy and Mark came banging on my door late one night. They apparently thought we were still living there, and made quite a scene in front of the house. I guess they figured all would be resumed once I got back together with him, and probably thought that they could get their jobs back as well. But all they did was get arrested by the police for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. Luckily, we weren't there anymore. Now, both of them had criminal records, and their prospects for a decent job went straight down the drain. The decision to move out and start a new life with my family was the best decision I made. I work remote, so there's no particular job position I'm tied to. So I'm sure they will never locate me again. No more silly pranks for me.